It's going to be a bright Saturday. Guys, Sarkodie is in the studio. Let's get on Facebook. We are live on Facebook at Hitz 1039 FM. Send in your questions and all your comments, and I'll read them on air. King Sark, good morning.
Yes, boss, good morning.
Welcome.
Thank you.
It looks, you've been very tired.
Yes.
When did you arrive?
I think that was Saturday.
Saturday. Oh, I thought you came in last night. Okay, Saturday. Hey, Saturday.
Yes.
So you rested for just a day?
Yes.
And on Monday you hit the road.
You have to. It's nice.
Please get closer.
Go time.
Yeah. No pressure.
Mm-hmm.
But good to see you again. I haven't seen you in a while.
Yes, we were supposed to meet at the listening.
Charlie, I couldn't.
Make it.
I couldn't.
Yeah.
So very, very unfortunate.
Yeah.
Please forgive me.
So,
I don't.
I know you have me, so.
Yes. Unfortunately, I couldn't even get time to explain why. But I sent the response through someone very, very close to you. So I'm sure she may have also forgotten. So, yeah. So welcome back. How was the trip back then in the UK?
It was good. Very productive. I definitely worked. I like when I feel like I'm working. And I was all over the place doing media stuff and shooting some stuff as well, getting contents for promotion. Yeah, so it was very productive. I loved it.
But are you relocating to the UK? Because it looks like now you have what per UK pa?
I think sir, right next to Africa when it comes to Afrobeat, that's one of the biggest markets almost really into Afrobeat. So
Right.
I think most African artists enjoy when they go there because it's not too far from home. The energy there, we have a lot of our people there. And that's it's like next door. And then the system is also good. So it's like not just me, most artists love to go to London, especially if you really want to work, plug your music in. You can do it from there, targeting the Europe as well. So it's just convenient. That's why most artists love to go there. Yeah.
How was the listening session? Did you get the numbers?
The one in Ghana?
No. Back then in the UK.
Yeah.
We are in the UK now, so I want us to finish, then we come back home.
Yeah, it was good. I think it was like 24-hour planning.
Whoa.
Yes, we decided. So with the Ghana one, I took my time to invite people that I wanted to see there. There, my business manager, Jay, did the planning within 24 hours. So we left some people out who were very offended, after which I understood. And I had to, just like my wedding, I had to send a lot of apologies out the next day. Yeah, but it was great. The turnout was great. We actually had, I think there was an issue after when we did it because they didn't expect the people that came in. Yeah, but it was very good.
Then the Ghana party in the park.
Yes.
You were heavily involved.
Yes.
Why? Were you sponsoring something?
I had to come on board at this point as just to support the whole program. The performance bits, me performing at this point, especially with platforms that I've been on already, as much as the fans enjoy it, personally, it's not challenging. It's just a normal day at work. It doesn't really fulfill me to the max. So I think at this point, being behind the scenes, being part of the thought process of putting things together has been the new love for me. And so I went on board as a creative director, making sure how the performances go, the artists, how they feel when they get there. And I really enjoyed it. It wasn't my everyday. So the intention was not even to perform. But as you know, with our job, you can't even go to your friend's birthday party and get away with it. Everybody, our
touch
day, whatever. Yes, you have to touch the mic. So I think I knew it was going to come, but I thought they were going to spare me. And they walked up to me and said, you really have to because the people have seen you and you can't. So I just, did it for them. Yeah, but it was great. I loved it.
And your boys?
Yes.
From America.
Yes.
You threw a lot of support behind them.
Yes.
When they came. Amrado was here on Friday and he mentioned how you made them feel at home, how you bought them gifts, there were presents for them. Was that all part of the plan?
Somewhere. The gifts bit wasn't, but then I was in town myself buying stuff for myself, and I just thought about it. I mean, when I went to London the first time, I didn't have, you know, that type of treatment. You know, I wasn't picked up in the S550 Benz, Maybach looking type of cars. You know, when I got there, you know, when you start, see how you start from
humble beginnings.
Exactly, which I do believe in is it makes you cherish when it changes, but. At least I think we are at that point where we don't necessarily have to let people go through struggle just because they just have to. You know, some little things we can do to make artists feel like artists. I think we're supposed to do, and that's exactly what I was keen on the artists feeling while they touched down from airport to hotel to like the whole stay. So yeah, the whole car thing, you know, where they stayed, and having people check on them if they are okay. All that was my top priority. I wasn't supposed to go there just to make sure that all these things were done. I had to go there myself. Yeah, so it wasn't all that was planned. I was going to do this and do that. But the gifts thing came when I was shopping myself, and I just thought, let me just shop for all of them. Yeah.
Did they have some Sark merch? Especially
the merch wasn't
Yo, but when are you sending me mine, man?
I know it's coming. The merch wasn't ready at that point.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay, but what's it with that? Call that the shades.
Yes, Trendy Real Obede. So that's my stylist, and she has her brand, and that's Trendy Real.
Oh, it's a lady.
Yes, Reals of London, and she's doing amazing works. And so she has the new sunglasses line.
Okay.
And she has my version. That's the Obede version that people love to rock. Yeah.
Okay, but how's it doing?
It's doing. She was overwhelmed with
Sales.
the purchase, exactly, and she called me. She wanted to have a conversation with me. You know, she literally sees me like a big brother, so trying to take advice. And I freaked out because of the way she said, "This is very urgent," and she has to speak with me. So I sat with her one afternoon, and she broke down to me that she can't handle the purchase, the orders. And I'm like, God, that's a good problem to have. I thought you actually, you know, there was an issue.
Okay.
So I said, if that is the problem you have, then have you sold? I said, yes. And now the demand, I don't know if I can get the stuff on time. I'm like, no, you have to just calm down. If you have made your money back, just put the money right back into it. You know, you tell people when it's coming. I think they will wait. You shouldn't be too overwhelmed. So it's actually doing well, but that's her first time, so I can understand. Yeah.
Listeners, King Sark is here in the studio, and someone drew my attention to the Hope song I played, the Brighter Day song.
Yeah.
You never shot a video for it?
No.
Why?
Yeah, these are the crazy things that I think I do a lot of music, and to shoot, like, for this one, yes, a video would have been dope. One song that I always think about that I didn't shoot, that I didn't even understand myself, is even Mary.
Mary? You never shot the...
there was no video for Mary, you know, so sometimes it happens. It's just a lot of music, a lot of good music that deserves visuals, but you know how it goes. If you want to shoot visuals for everything, I mean, the detailing in visuals, the type of visuals I want, I really have to, you know, want to, you know, shoot. But I don't think it's too late if we still want to shoot something.
Yeah,
but it deserves a video. Yeah, it's very visual.
So this, okay. So, who sang the before Bradford? There was someone singing. Who was that?
Yes, I put like 3 singers together. If I remember their names, they normally do a lot of live band shows.
Okay.
One girl, and I think one girl, one guy. This guy he did a song way back, forgotten the name. He does a lot of live band shows.
Okay.
He had a song on the radio way back when I was coming up.
Okay.
Kwabwa brought them. So.
But you've always been in the news, King Sark.
Who?
You've always. I mean, you. How do you keep up? It's somewhere. I mean, yeah, always.
Is it bad or?
Oh no. I mean, you always find yourself
out there.
You know, you don't talk too much, but there is something around you every time. Do you always have a team making sure that, yo, Charlie, today we are not out there, so what are we doing? Shall we?
Nah, I can't keep up with that. No. I think you have to do what you are assigned to do, and that's music, and do it to the best of it. And I'm pretty sure when people love it and they tend to love you, the person, they will keep up with the conversation. You know, that's the most important. Just do what you're supposed to do, and then the rest is up to how people take you. And if they take you that serious, that's when you probably end up in conversations each and every time. I don't think we have ever had a plan like that before.
Sorry. Then all trouble began.
Yes.
Because Sarkodie says Nana Twaso.
Yes.
Was there any motivation?
Motivation as in to let me say that.
Yes.
I knew that. Obviously, I knew the effect of what the song was going to bring. But one thing I've noticed is that we are living in a country where people have two ears. We have normal ears and political ears. So there are certain things that if you say it, when people are forcing me to do songs for the NPP, what they tend to, and it's hard for me to explain myself, so I normally try not to, because if I do it, it might end in the wrong way.
Right.
Because every song that I've done that is termed, which I still see as political, from masses to inflation, it was always government. I never said MPP, NDC. So if these songs, I think they are still relevant when they are, when there are issues going on, you can still go back to play the masses. But what I've noticed is that when in a political world, it's like a language. They have languages that they speak, So if you have an opinion at a certain point, the person who feels like it's going for them, take it as points. And the opponent will take it as a jab at them, right? And as much as you can come out and say, this is not what I meant, it's never going to make sense to a political ear. So when I say government, I buy me the JMO Shine go aban, so I buy is a buy, whether NPP or NDC is a buy. So that's how I see it. So I don't speak in a political way. I speak talking to government and governance, and it's about leader. So if you're a leader, maybe at that point when I released, it was you.
Okay.
So I'm not supposed to do a new song for suppose MPP to say that I'm doing political music.
Right.
I did a song that is relevant to date if you want to still play it. So that line there is saying that the government, so the song is talking about appreciation. So I used to put the blame on God. I used to do this, I used to do that. So I used to, and I will still stand by that, but sometimes when there's something good, you have to appreciate as well.
Right.
So that's exactly what the line is about. So if I talked about this and that, and there's a good thing to me that has happened, right? Because Doomsaw was like a very big thing, which I was keen on. I think it's coming back, so we might have to drop Doomsaw back again. But when I was writing a song, I wasn't experiencing, Doomsaw, and sometimes when you say these things psychologically, it makes them want to keep up, and they don't want to fall off track because you've seen that somebody's appreciating the work that you're doing. So I think for the longest, even the first time I traveled to, I don't want to mention some African countries, I appreciated my country for the first time.
We're doing well.
Exactly. I've seen that. As much as, we still have a long way to go. Honestly, not to pamper ourselves, but if you compare us to certain countries, I think we have done some good. And sometimes it's good to push that side as well so that they can also work on that. Not always, bashing them. But I know the political ears would never understand that, and they'll try to use that as, campaign or whatever. But I don't want to get into that. I just did the music and that's it. And it has no one-sided thing that people want to take it.
When you mentioned it and released the song, well, you received quite a number of bashing.
Yes.
And some people also appreciated it. Now, the rumor was that it was politically motivated, and that, well, your pocket or your account has been decorated.
Yeah.
So, were you approached by the MPP?
No.
Were you? How about the president himself? Because
No.
I know you have quite a good relationship with him.
Honestly, I've not been in touch with the president for a minute. Even the past the
Previous government.
previous government. I don't really keep up with a lot of politicians. I take individuals as how they are. If I find somebody to be genuinely a good person, I just keep up with them. And for the president, no, we've never. I think the last time we met him was when that Freema. No, I think we went to Guba Awards and he was there.
Okay.
I think that was it. I've never spoken to him to date.
So there was no political motivation.
No.
But the president went on Twitter to appreciate the song.
It's very good. It's very good you're bringing this up, and I want to use this opportunity because when you're on Twitter, I know what you're about to ask. Because when I responded to that, if I was speaking or people were looking at me and what I tweeted was actually trying to make fun of the situation, which sometimes it doesn't it's not received well. That's why I really try to stay away from either even the social media or even going on the radio to speak, because if you're not too careful, it might be taken the wrong way. And that was one perfect situation that what I was saying to me, because when he retweeted, and now it makes it seem like, as you're saying, it makes it seem like maybe
there's some support.
Exactly. So then I just came in to make it lighter to say, Mr. President, as I'm saying now, if it gets back to what I'll come and speak about it. So don't think because this has dropped, that's all that. So I want to use this opportunity to apologize to the president if he did not take that lightly. Sometimes people can interpret things differently, but to use this platform to say, honestly, it was just making a situation a bit lighter. Yes.
When I saw it, I was like, okay, that's quite hard. Anyway, maybe there is something to it. Or I know how these politicians work. Like, the boy for Siam behind closed doors. And then Kwame Eugene also came up on the same song. It was like there were some controversies around it. Eugene also spoke about it, that, well, you didn't inform him, you took some lyrics out, and he wasn't very pleased with some things you did. But I didn't see or hear you respond to it.
Yeah.
Why?
Same reason. I think there's certain energy that you don't feed into. It's either you want to have a conversation with the person himself, or you don't involve people too much, because a lot of relationship has been broken because of opening up too much to a lot of people to involve their opinions. So if you really have a problem with somebody, I believe in talking to the person. And I think at that moment I spoke with Richie. We had a conversation about everything, and I understood Kwame Eugene. He's pretty young. Pressure coming. What I would say on my side, which was wrong, was because of how long I've been in the industry, I take things differently. So I don't expect him to take it the same way that I would take it. So I understand him perfectly for how he felt, but we had conversations back door that I felt it wasn't supposed to be. We are coming to sit on radio to discuss it. Yeah.
I see. All right, listeners. So King Sark is here. We're having a discussion. He now has a new album, No Pressure. Yes, No Pressure. But Charlie, forgive me. I need to go back and ask all of these questions, because I'm very sure a lot of people have been yearning for this opportunity, but they don't get. Again, Sarkodie doesn't avail himself for questioning. The rumor or the perception is that, well, he only appears whenever he has a project. How can this perception be dropped? Sark? Only when it's either you have an album or you are coming up with a concert, that's when you find him openly on radio answering questions.
Yeah?
Yeah. Your fans are complaining.
No, but sometimes I do interviews when I have no project.
Well, maybe they don't check on that.
So, as in they want me to do that more often?
Well, yes. Yes, once in a while. Just avail yourself. There are too many comments for you. Some of them please, I would also appreciate it if we can be decent with some of the comments. I have the right not to read, or I have the right to edit if I'm reading. I think that would be much more better, because decency is all that matters. Well, thank you very much. So you have complained about government, from masses to inflation, doom, saw, and all of that. Now, a lot of people seem to be disappointed in the current government because situations are disappointing, especially the increase in fuel prices, in tariffs and all. What's your take on the government? If you are to rate it 1 to 10, how would you rate them?
Honestly, whether previous or now, it would be hard for me to be. So the conversation, when you listen to the song that I did, is very general. You can see that I'm not somebody who is like in a political world. I don't have it all together to have all the information. I'm speaking just as
An ordinary
Ghanaian.
Okay.
And I feel until at least we are at a certain level where people, the rate between a rich person and poor is not too, like, it's not too here and there. That's when I can say we are comfortable. You know, I wish we are at a point where even the normal people with jobs could afford the basic stuff that they need. You know, health, everything, at least where riches or wealth can be an option if you want to have it. But at least if you want to live comfortable, everybody can be comfortable. That is what I pray for. Until then, I think we are just, I can appreciate stuff that we're doing, but we have been out there in the States, in the Western world, and we see how the systems work for the people. So until we get that fully, I can't say this one is good or this one, because to me, it's still what it is regarding the people's hustle, you know. So when this whole fix the country thing came up, I definitely support the agenda. Yes, because the country will make you self-police yourself. You know, you can't be around looking at people all the time, asking what they're doing. But when you're in London, whether the police is there or not, the system has been built that you are self-policing yourself. You are scared. You know, you want to pee, but you can't just get out and go and stand somewhere. There is nobody there, but you are scared still. So that is the system we're talking about. So you build it. And because it's not been built, you can't fault people too much, because you are putting people in position where they have to do crime. It's like you are, you know, because like if you are on some of the N1s and there is no exit, yet mistake, at least the least mistake you do, they're adding maybe 5-7 minutes to your journey. Ghana one like yes, only 2 hours by account. You know, so if you're doing that and somebody wants to cut corners, and it's like you're putting a person under pressure and expect the person to act right. So I want, and then the people to have to be ready for that change, because when that change comes, you won't have the comfort that you have. That's why it's both sides. So you fix yourself as a person, and then they fix the country. So, but for me, the country fixes first. Then you guys you don't have any reason to cut corners. Then I think we'll be good. So that's how I see it. Till then, I think we're just trying to survive still.
But so, if you support the Fix the Country movement, how come you've never spoken about it? Because we know how vocal you are. At least you are the voice. Yes. And I saw people commenting that, oh, Sark, you've been talking about this, you've been talking about that. How come Fix the Country, you've never mentioned anything of the sort?
So those are the type of conversations that makes it not interesting to even get involved. You know, you don't. So what about all I've done? Does that just go away because I haven't spoken about Fix the Country? Everything that I talked on the masses, inflation, is Fix the Country. That is these conversations doesn't make me seem smart. That is why I don't even like to indulge in it, because if you are trying to move from all these songs I've done and make it political, that is why I don't even feel like talking about it. But
because the people also feel that you are in bed with the current government.
Yeah, those thoughts are your thoughts. Right, and I have to feel like I want to say something. And sometimes maybe the way it's been presented doesn't even allow you, doesn't make you feel like you want to go ask. Because when I did the masters, it wasn't like people speaking or people doing anything. I literally just watched stuff for myself, and I got into that conversation. And even at this point, my approach to doing political, as they would say, political records, is not talking about, because I've said it already. If you're a creative person, you understand. I don't do this for clout. I'm not trying to. When I did the masses, it wasn't because I want to trend. I literally felt like it. So that song is still relevant. Now, if I'm approaching it, I don't think I'll approach it from, it's going to be from way deeper, a deeper conversation. If you listen to Brown Paper Bag, you know, with Manifest, it's continuation of that, but a different perspective of it. Yeah, so I'm up for it. Just that, you know, we are the same people who will make everything political. So now you can't even have a conversation about anything. Yeah.
Sark is here. Okay, now, Adnoite says, Andy, please, Stonebwoy tweeted Sarkodie's No Pressure album when it was released. Please ask Sarkodie his current relationship with Stonebwoy now. Okay. Would you want to answer that quickly before I move to the next? Because there are too many comments, too many.
Yeah, I saw the tweet and I retweeted. I do appreciate that. Yeah.
What's your relationship with him anyway?
We've not had a conversation. Yeah.
Till now?
Yes.
Whoa. Did you ask yourself why you do that?
Oh, not really. I think life is happening. I think everyone is working. Everyone is doing whatever we have to do. If there's a time where we will meet and have a conversation, I think it's going to happen organically. Yeah.
But is it cool with your manager now?
I should think so. Oh.
Because
honestly, I don't keep up with.
Because I follow Angel on Instagram, and the first picture that popped up, guess who had liked it? Stoneboy. Yes, it's a picture of Angel in a nice African wear, purple with someone. Sunday Motherland settings with a Bro Star Z. I think he posted it just yesterday, and Stoneboy had liked it. So I feel like there's a smooth relationship, real caring. Wow. Okay. Nice. Okay, so comments, plenty comments. Ajinab Ima says, are you okay now with his explanation on the Fabro Nyako comment? Okay, so it looks like that was a response to someone. I'm trying so hard to skip some of the comments because if they don't really matter here, I'm sorry, I cannot read it. Hazard Junior says, good morning, Andy. Please ask Sarkodie's relationship with Stoneboy because it's on social media that if Stoneboy tweets about him, he doesn't retweet. He just give him blue tick. Well, he just mentioned that he retweeted. So, it looks like if Sarkodie make late, will you sack him or ask, are you Sarkodie and are you okay? Well, if Sarkodie makes late, I'll sack him. No doubt about it. Somebody is asking if you are late, whether I'll sack you. Yes, if Sarkodie comes in late, I'll sack him. Again, Sarkodie wouldn't come here late. I don't even remember you coming in late for any interview.
No, I hate that. I hate being late. I don't like the feeling of being late. You know, it's either you want to do it or you don't want to do it. If you want to go, then you have to be on time.
Yeah, why are people asking? Nungwa, Jay-Z or someone, and please asking. Okay, so someone is asking Sark who Brad Charles is. Who's Brad Charles?
Yeah, so Rollies and Cigars is obviously it's rhyme. So
okay,
just Charles rhyme with gas and all of that. Yeah.
Speaking of Rollies and Cigars, now almost every picture or video on social media you are seen with a cigar.
Yeah.
Even to the extent that a certain group or some groups have come up to discredit that and complain. In fact, they have criticized your appearance on social media as a bad influence with cigars. I mean, why? What is happening with you and cigars lately?
Oh, it's so if you do a little bit research on cigars, just to get the fact that smoking is not good.
Right.
It's not good for your health, and as they said, it's true. It's any form of smoking is not good. So what cigars represent, especially in my world of entertainment, is celebrating, success, achievements. So if you see the athletes, that's what they do. They don't smoke on a regular basis, saying they just wake up and start smoking. So when they have something to celebrate, then they take a cigar. So what it represents, and then the fact that you don't inhale it in you take it out, which is still all risky, but everything there's moderation to it. So yes, it was basically that. It took me a while to even have the nerve to put it out, because I know my people and how they would take things, and I knew that's how they were going to take it. They even took time. I was shocked that it was almost a week before I got the feedback from so for the organization, I guess they're doing their job. That's what they are supposed to do, and I can respect that. But I think most times when these organizations supposedly they are there, it wasn't going to take much for them to approach me to even start doing campaign on the smoking thing. You don't wait till now to come and tell me that I have the best brand and I'm not supposed to do that and all these things. I get it, but the only thing that blew me off was the fact that I don't know if I'm wrong, they're expecting me to apologize, which in our culture, and I get it, that's how we are, but it's very disrespectful to say that. I don't know who wrote that thing for me to come and apologize for holding the cigar to who.
To who?
Yes, I get it, and I respect the fact that there's a lot of people who have done even worse, but I was the one that they single out. That should tell you something. It's a good thing. I get it, but they shouldn't get too carried away and get off the course and telling me to come and apologize. So basically, it's just a sign of victory and celebrating what I've achieved. And normally, what the pictures you have seen, that's the only time you see me holding a cigar. Off that, I don't wake up in a day feeling for cigars. No.
I see.
Just for what it represents.
So, of all the bashing or the criticism, will you let it slide now, or you continue to
Let it slide,
celebrate?
as
Will you stop displaying them, or you continue to celebrate success with your cigar?
Oh, if I don't feel like it, I wouldn't. At this point, I don't think I even, for a while, I've not like, it's natural. If you don't want to hold it, you don't want to hold it. I don't like to, I wouldn't pretend I'm not. If I'm holding it and it happens to get it on the camera and it looks good, yeah, you might as well post it. But I'm not on a vibe now. At that point, I had finished the project. I was just literally celebrating what I've done, and that was it. Yes.
Well, some people are also saying you're a secret smoker.
Even if you are, I'm not, but I'm just saying, even if you are, I can't really, you can't change anybody's mind, honestly. You can't. So if that's what they think, but that's, to me personally, that's not what it is. I last time I told you that, I think we had this conversation, I told you, if it's the truth, it's going to come out. If it's not, there is nothing you can do about it. And always, if I've been in this for a very long time, if something is the truth, it will definitely come out. So I don't really have a problem.
Has mommy seen it?
She's definitely, because of the feedback that came. She called me and said,
What's she saying?
Oh, she from friends and the church. They don't like it. This, our culture is different. So I also have to factor that into it. Yeah. So she definitely wasn't happy about it.
Yeah. I like it 2 bits. How far with legendary George Darko?
How far as in
settled?
Yes, the writing has to be done. So it's always the first. At this point, we can't be making such mistakes. So definitely, that's the first thing we did.
Okay.
Before we had the chance to even release the record. Yes.
Oh, I've even forgotten. Okay. Angel, stop laughing. You are not telling. It's fine. Yeah. Okay. So, No Pressure. Why did you title the album No Pressure?
Because for over a decade of doing this, if I had put in the pressures that came from the people, expectations from the media, from whoever, it can actually creep into your creativity. That doesn't make you put out your best. So I've believed in going at my own pace, making sure that I don't skip the process and take time. I think a lot of artists have lost what they possessed because of how people put pressures on them or what they expect them to do. I'm not saying you don't take criticism, but you have to go at your own pace. So at this point, I just had the nerve to finally just say it loud that I don't listen. I need to calm down to be able to do music and do what I did best. Creativity thrives in freedom. I don't need the unnecessary pressure, and that's why the album is called No Pressure.
Okay, so there was a conversation that you were going to feature someone bigger than Jay-Z. I don't know who brought that out. Was that you?
No.
Did you ever hear it?
Yes.
Who said that?
Oh, I think it was a comment Pussy G made some time ago that I don't think he referred to even the album. He said that I have a song with somebody bigger than Jay-Z, and if he would be honest, I called him the next day. I think the same. I was on a flight when he said that. So as soon as I got here, the news was all over. Then I called him.
You Charlie, what's up?
I don't know. Yeah, exactly. So it's what he said, and people are just carrying that along.
But was there any feature coming up?
No, I don't. Honestly, I've not really. It's quite funny because it comes to the house and we never speak about it. As in who he was referring to. Yeah. So.
Well, some people also.
I probably has done when we went to London. We did works, so maybe to him he refers to whatever we have done as something bigger than what Jay-Z is. But because I know how the people, the media would take things, that is why I wouldn't expect him to say that. So that's the only reason why I was like, as even if you had genuine intentions, these things will never be received the same way that you said it. So, and so now he has to live with that because and myself now every expectation is Sarkodie. I have to release a song that's like big, somebody bigger than Jay-Z. Yeah.
around the time Shatawale had released his song, Beyonce had released her song with Shatawale. And so it was some sort of a statement to spite that song or to shoot it down. That was the perception.
Yes, exactly.
Right. So did you feel the same?
Yeah, it was just, to me, honestly, was and Posiji will tell you that I was extremely not happy with that. And yes, it would come off, especially at that time, when you say anything like that. I think it was a moment where we were all supposed to just supporting that and nothing else. So when that conversation came up, it makes it look a bit kind of weird. And me too, being the type of person I wouldn't come to speak on it, now it makes it seem like maybe even I told Posiji to go and say that, but I had no idea. I was literally on the flight. I got off, and then Twitter was like going crazy.
When people bash you, what do? You just go into your room and cry? cry, baby.
No. I mean, right now, there's if I don't remember the last time something will actually got to me in the past like 7-8 years. No.
You don't care?
Because I've seen that doesn't change anything. I've noticed that it will never change anything. You would change something if you wanted to, So, in America, if it's the truth, then you have a problem. If it's not, then I don't think it will take time. They will bash you. They will say this. They will say this. You just have to have the patience to wait. A lot of people kill themselves. This is the rule of life. It's not even about entertainment. Every situation that you're going through, there's always a light at the end. Even when you don't see it, just know that you sitting here, there's a lot of situations that has happened in your life that at that point you didn't know how you're going to make it out, but you were always able to do it.
Right.
So that's how I see it. So as hard as it could be in the moment, people are given a perception about you which is not true, and you trying to interfere, trying to teach them that it's not true. You might end up worsening the case. So and for greatness, it comes with this. You can't be great when these things don't happen to you. It has to happen. You need a story. You have to be very uncomfortable in certain times. You can't skip the process. So I might as well just psych my mind to enjoy it.
But do you take time to even read the comments?
On
let's say Twitter or Facebook?
If I know it's very negative, no. But sometimes it seems negative to the people, but to me it's funny. So those ones I go and read. I can. It's how come I can mistake, because there are certain conversations that when it's happening, that's like people throwing out memes and saying some stuff. Those ones I can go and laugh. But sometimes it's just some dark energy that I don't need, then I just stay out. But you give yourself a week or two, you come back, everything is back to normal.
For example, you release a song.
Yes.
And then you put it out. I remember when you tweeted that Happy Day, which radio station must play it first, or radio presenter or something like that. And people were tweeting names. So my name happened to be thrown in there, and it drew my attention, so I went to check. And then there were some comments. So imagine if you release a song, such a nice song, without even hearing it, and then someone from nowhere comes to write, or what? This is trash. Don't they get to you? Like,
never.
Hey, Charlie, me of all people.
No.
Yeah.
Because the same way, not everybody's supposed to love your music. If that's your idea, then you wouldn't even enjoy life. Even the inspirational quote, I keep saying, somebody will put out a nice inspirational quote that you can't find any fault. This makes sense. You still have somebody under giving you a different opinion. And I always tell my team, if at a table of just 8 men or 8 people having dinner, there will definitely be one person in there who's trying to play dumb. And now you're talking to the world, and you expect everybody to be nice. It's not realistic. You have to understand that this is what you're going to face. If you don't want it, then you stay in your home and not do something for the public. So I expect people not to like how you look, not to like how you smell, not to like the music, hate your accent, doesn't like your color complexion, like everything about you they don't like. That is also good. And the only side that we concentrate on is the people that really care, and that's Sark Nation. That's what I focus on. And regardless, who doesn't listen to your music is not the one who's going to give you the money to live. So I honestly don't care.
So the No Pressure album, how far with sales?
It's quite too. Yes, it's too early to know
Determine,
that. But I know that the hype and then the streams are like crazy. Yes,
So it's been in stores for just what, 3 days?
Yes, I think today is 3 days.
Today's the third day.
Yeah, third day.
Wow. Yeah. Okay, listeners, let's enjoy rollies and cigars. No pressure. So what? There's a pop album.
Yes, hip hop dominated, definitely. Hip hop is like 70-80%.
Okay, you know the reason I had to go in, right? Yeah.
I know.
But in due time, we'll do the right thing. Yeah. The conversation about the Grammys.
Yes.
I know it's also been on your head. Yeah, Sark. Yeah, Grammy. And was it funny to you, or was it getting much more intense? At the time, the Grammys, Burna Boy won it, and we lost out, and no Ghanaian representing. Then the BETs came up, no Ghanaian going. Already, you've made us proud on that on about 2 occasions. Stonebwoy has been there, D Black, Kojo Entry, Miss V. Who else? Well, we've seen quite a number of our stars go there. So, were you disappointed?
No.
Why?
You just said it. You gave a handful of artists that have been there. Then that's something that I think as Ghanaians we let go easily, and then we tend to frustrate our own selves for no reason. We need to highlight our moments and hold on to it. We let it go so easily, and we have done incredibly well, but we still look out there for what other people are doing. You've mentioned a list that's very strong. A lot of countries can boast of that. So I'm not saying just have to be comfortable because of that, but at least Ghanaians should just appreciate these moments and stop always saying in Ghana Franco, in Ghana, and Stonebwoy is doing a lot that you guys should be like 24/7 highlighting. Like I was saying to say in TB that. That's what these guys are all doing. And I'm also what they are doing. I remember when BET was posting Burna Boy selling out the Apollo, he said the first half will beat artists. You see, because we don't hold on to it. I did it before him. You get it? There's a lot of things that we have done before everybody. But Fuse has done a lot, but we just want to skip and just look at the UB and no highlight, And that's what you're excited of. Like these things when I speak about it, because I have friends on the other side too. You don't want to be too one person sound say you are hating. But I remember when the Beyonce album dropped, a lot of sites that was not Ghanaian, they were just saying, "Congrats to Wiz,
Whiskey,
Burna, Easy, and the rest." Right? That's go and do your checks on their pages. So if you watch my tweets, I just said Shatta Wale and the other great artists. That's how a agenda. So if you don't want to join it and take your country serious and highlight your country 24/7, I support my Nigerian brothers. I support whoever, Senegal, whatever. I open to them. I do business with them. But my top priority is my people. So if we look at that, we see that we are doing well. And it starts from that. Into and then it makes people want to come and join what you're doing. That's the only way you can grab people's attention. It's just being into, it's like a relationship that looks good to you. The way they posted on Instagram, now you want to have a relationship like that. That's generally how it is. So Nigerians are just highlighting their moments and holding on to it. They bash their artists even way more than us, but the agenda is them. So all this we are called BET now. We are doing. The artists are actually working. So to me, I just feel it's a matter of time when we make it an agenda to support what we are having and hold on to it. Not to take off the fact that the artists are supposed to also work harder, which we all know what sometimes the problems are. Putting funds into artists is not easy. And people have that over us. People have it readily. Cash that how you are ready to move. We have great talent here that if I was in London recording with the Camido, if you listen to such vocals, what is stopping Camido from being like,
that guy's a mad talent.
Exactly. It's just fans. You just have to put fans in and that's it. But I think even without fans, for what the artists are doing, we need to take our hats off. We can't just brush it and make it seem like. Because when Ghanaians are always complaining, who is next to Nigeria? When you're having a conversation about Afrobeat, at least, you can Nigeria for Ubenya Yimu Bakum Inubi, I could support it. Country be about Ukraine. So I think as Ghanaians, let's just really hold on to what the artists are doing and highlight that whole and now Ghana for Kechi now. No, we're actually doing well. There's a lot of things that we did it first. We've been shooting good music videos. It was us. We just don't hold that history. We just they didn't have visuals more than us. When Gio and them started shooting videos, there was nobody in Nigeria. No. So we just let it go like that. And we are always near high. And we just open up. Any news, just let it in. People are protecting what they have. They don't allow other news to come in. What did I say? I had to work like 100 times harder to be able to recognize in Nigeria like say no or more. And you are not getting close to their artists. They admire you, they respect your work, but you will never get close to their artists. That's how they see it. And I see the other way around here. If you on the red carpet and you have somebody from here coming, and you have Kamido coming, you would want to do the interview first with the person here before you come to Kamido. It's the other way around. I've been in Nigeria. I'm just telling you basically what I face when I go there. On the red carpet, it's me and David. You were trying to tell me that the media will be looking at getting me first.
It won't happen in Nigeria.
No. I'm just not. My bomb team in America. I've been there. It's not a bad thing. I enjoy it. I just wish my people would do the same thing. That's all. Because the artists are really doing well. Stone with nothing, supporting him from the back, being able to link up with all these big artists, and we're just looking at it as, Nyom Keke. No. We should hold on to that moment. It's very huge. Like, what is bigger than, what Wale just did with Beyonce? And we just want to let it slide and look for the next thing. Say, it's when I get into those comments. That internet I'm impaired,
I see how you are boiling up. I can feel it. Mr. Logic, please come in.
Aisha, good morning.
Morning.
The last bit of his submission is where I want to pick from. It's sad. It's really sad. And it looks as if we have more illiterates and more. Because someone can say, you can relate. You can relate in an environment where people don't appreciate their own, and they don't understand. The sad thing is the media. He was blaming it on the media. We have so many unexposed personalities in the media, in entertainment media. People who don't understand the music. They are DJs. We've got guys who are DJs. They just play music. So people like that, you don't expect them to give you all these services. They are not music executives. They don't understand nothing about music business. So I can understand where you're coming from. A typical example is, and I'll talk about No Pressure album. I just want to relate to some of the issues that he addressed. With the Nigerian folks, seriously, they are doing nothing so different. If you look at the album that won the Grammy with Burna Boy, I think it's all marketing and funding. Because when you go deep into the songs, they are good songs, but they're not extra. You understand? Compared to what people are doing in Ghana. But then you have Ghanaians who don't appreciate, like the references you made with the Afrobeat being the first to play at the theater, and then Burna getting the credit. Some of these things, Andy, I think the favoritism and the hate in the media is very huge. It's very serious, and I wasn't expecting Sark to speak on that issue. I'm happy he touched on them, because it's not everybody who can speak on such issues, because people will take it personal. And it's the biggest problem we have. Stonebwoy running around the world, look at the stars he's meeting. And it means nothing to Ghana. That's why I said there are so many literates on radio. They don't understand that you need to discuss the issue. There are priority issues you need to discuss to push the agenda. It is nothing to them. So on that score, I really agree with you. The other one I want to talk is on the album. Seriously, myself, and many times we've been here in the mornings, and I can bring up a Sark issue, and then we jaw. Sometimes I ask myself, how does Sark, how he thinks? Because as a writer, if you are a writer, you can get into the minds of great writers. The way he composed, the song last time we reviewed, the Greatness. If you listen to how Sark put his voice together, it's like, it's simply no pressure to him. No rapper comes close. And I wish some of these rappers would learn some of these things. Because the more you see yourself, like the title you took, the highest, where he has placed himself, the more you come, you still need to get more closer. And I'm very happy you've been able to manage the brand from where it's coming from to where you are, because so many boys have come up. And these boys are still trying to catch up. It's like the closer they come, the more closer they need to get to you. So for that manner, I want to congratulate your team for that great work. It's not easy to stay up there.
Thank you.
It's very tough. The next one is on the songs on the album. And let me just deal with this issue here. It's very important. I think you said it's hip hop concentrated.
Yes.
And that's what you feel in the album. That it's built around hip hop. Like you are representing hip hop. And I must big you up for that also. The last thing I want to say is the young acts coming up. I think some of these young acts, it's not all of them you need to pat them. Even though there are some you feel they are talented, because you can see yourself in them coming up. I think some of them, when they get your endorsement so easily, it seems they are on par. Last time I said that the American guys need to get close to Sark and get directions, because we've seen rappers come up and died off. They need to understand how to manage the music business. The excitement is too much in them. That's how come sometimes I get very critical with some of these rappers. Like, I don't appreciate them. It's not that I don't appreciate their creativity. I don't appreciate their mindset. It's like, we are rappers, we are here, we are rapping. Unlike how you saw it. The first hit with Boga Boga, then it went on and on. It looks like every song you touch on, you are very, you are deliberate on every song, that this song, I'm doing it for this purpose. That's one thing I think has also kept your songs trending. If I take each song from you, there is a topic line you are treating. Whether it's being street, it being commercial, there's always an agenda on the song. That's one thing I want you to explain why you've been able to keep in touch with, that kind of trend of songs. The final thing is, there's a guy in Tema I really want you to support. If possibly, give him a verse. This is a personal appeal to you. I couldn't do this through Angel, because I know Angel will take me through the protocol, Charlie. I'll get back to you. So I put it on the table for you. Yeah. There's a guy in Tema I really need to give him a verse.
Okay.
The guy is dope and he's good. His name is Kimilis. Kimilis, yeah.
Kimilis, okay.
Please give him a verse for me. Just give him a support. And I think he'll be a great rapper like you. Great.
Okay, sure. Thank you.
Ria.
Hey, Andy. Good morning.
Good morning.
Speaking of, Ria, please, before you come in.
Yeah.
Speaking of verse.
Yes.
And the Tema boy. Sark, we were here when, I think I was at home. Then Angel reached out to me. What's the boy's name? Portuguese boy. Nautica. Was on radio. What?
And I wish you don't bring up this matter.
No, do you know why?
I'm begging for verse and then
no.
A verse issue.
I just went like,
You just killed my proposal. Because this is a verse issue.
No, this matter. It was yours, especially to Angel.
I know this matter because
I know, because I felt Angel.
My proposal has just been killed. This verse matter when you go bring her right. You kill the matter.
Okay.
I wish
I want Sark to clear the air today. What really happened with that boy, with Nautica?
Oh, honestly, I've left it for so long. I don't think I can recall everything to put it together and say, But yeah, I don't. I have to even take myself back to how it even started and all that. I don't really want to go into it. Yeah.
Okay. Right. Abnabram.
So hi again.
Hi.
So I wanted to ask you this question. I mean, Mr. Logic has, asked every single question I wanted to, but I still got something in there. I wanted to know how your album is called No Pressure. We get it, but what is the pressure of trying to outdo yourself every single time you're bringing out, if it's a single, an EP, an album? What's the pressure of doing that? Because I don't think it's easy to outdo yourself all the time and, get people jump on your beat, jump on your song, all that kind of thing. So I wanted to know.
Honestly, I don't try to. I don't try to. I get what you're asking, to compete with my own self.
Yes,
I don't.
Exactly.
I don't. I genuinely keep it organic, and that's why I say no pressure, so that you can. I always feel like when I release Boga Boga, that feeling is always there. As an artist, you don't want to lose that. So that's genuinely how I feel every time I'm in the studio. So there's certain songs that people think I knew maybe this one's going to do this, but I think if you keep it organic, what made you you, if you can stay true to that and not allow anything interfere in your thought process, I think, you'll be good.
Okay. I mean, I wanted to ask you when it's going to stop, but listening to your song with Casper in your verse, you said you're going to do it till you're 80. So I guess you're never going to stop. But I was kind of bummed out. I'm not trying to make you tell you what to do on your album or whatever, but I was just kind of bummed out that you didn't add a woman, a female, rapper from Ghana on your, No Pressure album, because I felt like, I don't know if you feel self-actualized at this point. Do you?
I think honestly, I've never been the type of person that's a bit too, I kind of like structure too much, It's good. I have people that like Angel, Jay and all these people, they do structures, but me personally, I just stay in the creative bag. So I wouldn't say I'm going to feature a female artist deliberately and trying to like, if it happens, then it happens. I wouldn't, So if you were there, you would have if you were in the process, you like this, because you have that thought process, you say, let's do this, and then it will happen. But I don't, and I get it. I was even shocked that I didn't have a female vocal on the whole project.
You're always in there for Eno Baroni, and so I was actually hoping for it. So I asked you if you feel yourself actualized.
Can you break that down?
Like you feel like you are you are there at the peak of where you want to be.
To that extent of me just stamping on myself that this is Sarkodie. Yes, I think I've done it for a long time to be able to feel like that.
Okay, so you feel, I don't want to compare you like the kind of Kanye kind of thing that you could.
No, I don't feel like anybody. I feel like me.
Yeah, honestly. I know. That's why I said I don't want to, do that. Yes. But he's the one internationally doing it now that he could make people pay to listen to him, vibe to his music. You get it? So I'm like, is it that also that kind of feeling where you feel like, you have a cult following? So regardless, whatever you put on an album.
Okay, I get it. So for Kanye's,
not to say work hard though.
Yeah, I know. Yeah. For Kanye's approach to how what you're explaining, Kanye I think is a bit extreme with, which I love it. We are all not the same. Kanye can actually predict what he thinks he can do. I don't. I just believe in myself, and I also give room for flaws and things going wrong, going bad. You can never be too sure that you're always going to sell out or your album is going to do good. If you have that psyched, then when it happens, you have a way to bring yourself right back. So in the course of the decade they're talking about, I've not had a smooth sailing as it seems. Right? I have my downtimes, but I know how I pick myself up. So it's not been smooth. I was talking to somebody and the person said, I think Sarkodie, you're the most loved artist. And I said, yeah, because of the energy I put out. So I wouldn't put out energy when I feel like because Logic says something that doesn't make sense, I'll feed into that energy. I think that's what he felt at that point. So I put out energy that makes me feel good. That's how I've been able to do it. Yeah.
All right, congratulations.
Thank you so much. I appreciate it.
Andy, please, last thing, please. I beg. I think this session you need to give us a little bit of extra time to interact. It's very necessary, seriously.
Go ahead.
I wanted you to help me to know your 5 top new school rappers. I mean, if I ask you, who are your best new school rappers now amongst the kids? Because you've really related all of them.
I did the same, but it's like almost everyone doing it now.
They're all good.
Almost everyone.
Great.
That's quite literally a political answer. Like
yeah. I actually did a top 5 in Kumasi, but after when I thought about it, I left a whole lot out. So
people were offended.
Yes, no, it's not even about them. I think mentally on the spot, I just was pushed to say it.
Yeah.
But when I sat in the car, I was like, I love a lot of people that didn't even
lost a lot of names.
Exactly.
Yeah. And lastly, I told you. I used to see Black Nana in my dream those times. Chasing me in Tema and all that. I want to know why. I used to see him in my dream.
Really?
Like 3 times, yeah.
Wow.
Why?
Yeah.
How could you get
I think maybe the discussions we used to have here about Sark and all that, probably was getting bad influence. But it wasn't about that. But I saw him 3 times in my dream, seriously.
Wow.
Yeah, 3 times. Oh, I said it here.
3 times?
3 times.
Okay,
like,
so today is here.
No, today.
And he's sitting behind you.
Behind me. Big up, Sark.
Thank you, boss. Thank you so much.
Rob Photography says, good morning, boss. This is Rob. Tell Sark the album be sick. Wow. Kwesi says, good morning. Sure, no problem. Oh, okay. Hey, okay. So, now it says, well, just by the way, how long has Sark been married? He removed his ring already.
You
Yeah.
can imagine.
Ghana for. Okay. Charles, Ayalolo boss, he says, well, good morning, Andy. Please say hello to Sarkodie and tell him that I said he still owes me a reply to my messages. I personally gave him a treat at the airport during the lockdown. When you were coming, did you have any issues with
like
COVID, those
last Saturday?
Testing? Yes.
Yes, I had to do the test and all that.
But those compulsory, when you get to the UK, you have to go through the process of staying.
The 10-day. Yes.
Did you go through that?
Yes, but then I had to do the test and release the 5th day, I think the 4th day. Yeah, then I was able to move out.
I see. Okay, comments for you. And if it's true that Sark has a song with an artist bigger than Jay-Z, I guess that artist will be Drake because of Sark's new relationship with Gigs. We all know how Wizkid got that feature with Drake. Doji from New Sebrepo. Good morning, Andy Kofi Switch from Kakasunaka #1. Please tell King Sark I love his rhyme schemes. They're top. Ask him how he feels when he hears himself rap, because dude can rap. Brandy, I would like to comment King Sark on his communication skills. He's made my day. Joe from Adenta. Good morning, Baba Dusty. Please tell King Sark that I like the way he keeps his cool whenever people talk about him. And ask him when he started it was that speed rap, but what is this change? Ajuma Joseph Community Night, aka Jingo the man. All right, I'll be growth, Sark.
With the fast rap?
Yeah.
Yeah, sometimes it depends on the beat. It depends on the beat. If I have, and I think the more, even with colors, the more you're growing, you tend to appreciate certain colors. It's the same thing. There's certain tones that you don't appreciate no more. Yeah.
When you hear the young ones twist, how do you feel?
But you did twist though.
Yeah, some, sure.
Who?
Oh, some of them. Hey, some rap like you.
Like
remember
who?
there was a. I was the name of the guy that came here.
Amrado.
Oh, not Amrado. There was a guy that came here. He raps his tone, everything's like Sark.
Implement.
Do you feel threatened when you hear these kind of imitation? I mean, this his laughter, and everything. And he was in the studio with us. I mean, his gestures and his hoodie, everything looks just like you. This is like a straight replica, right? Sure. So I remember the day he came and we played a song. I mean, people were hailing praises on him. Yo, Sark, this is like a Sark rebirth and all. So do you feel threatened when you hear stuff like these? No.
But this particular one, yes. It's more of appreciating the fact that you have impact on somebody. The person trying to do, what you do. So that is that. For rap itself, I've been doing this for a very long time. That is, when I say people think you're bragging, but I've done it so much that when you're rapping, I can predict
what you're about to say.
Exactly, your rhyme. I can even, and so anybody that catches my attention and go like, this guy is dope, is somebody I can predict. Those ones, it's like hard. So, typical example is when I heard Strongman. Strongman is, I'm a rapper, but he can put some schemes together that I didn't think about, and that's when I take you. But the moment, because I've been rapping so much that if you have a certain style that I know I can think of, even if I haven't done it, because I don't know how to. There's cadence, If you have some weird cadence, then that's when I can take you. So, yes, few people can get that. It's hard. The way rap is like all over the place. It's hard to really stand out. So you have to really, really go in hard and think deeper. You can't just put. I'm not talking about him though.
Right.
I'm just saying in general, for you to catch my attention to go like, this guy is dope. That's what I look out for.
Right. So, Ochami Kwame was here and he mentioned that until he records with you, he won't back down.
Yes. I think we have to. That would be incredible.
Why haven't you done it yet?
I think it has to be with. I think the time that I really wanted to do it, there was no time for us to do it, and maybe when he also wants to do it. I think they've sent a song, but I feel like if it's me and him, the type of song that we have to, I don't know what, but I think we have to spend a whole day in the studio, different productions, listen, and then finally just take one, because it has to be epic.
Okay.
Yeah.
I see. Now, there was a tweet from a Twitter user saying that Sarkodie has made American rapper Wale more popular. Did you see it?
Yes. Conversations like that. Back to what I'm saying, there's a lot of things that we highlight that kills great things that's happening. There's been several situations where we have done that, and then on the other party, imagine if this is the first time that I actually had to retweet and say something. Normally I wouldn't, because I know my people, if you do it, it will become more. Wale is from the States. He doesn't understand stuff like this. Doing something so beautiful and getting this feedback, You know, so he sees it as a negative thing, because how it happened was organic. This is me hitting him up on a DM, bro, because I see him follow me already. So I'm like, you know, I listen to your music. Can we do some magic? So yeah, let's go. Sent 2 records. He sent a verse. It was so organic. So
really?
If somebody just says this, you know, and I don't say anything, I don't want to go back to previous stuff. There are certain situations where I never spoke about, because the energy, I know my people, that the moment I speak, they will make it worse. And then it kills the relationship between me and something beautiful we have created, which is for Ghana. Then, not as I cry. Because imagine if somebody goes on somebody's platform from Ghana and the feedback is, countless times I've done stuff that because of my people I had to lose it. Because of because of feedback.
Really?
Because everybody goes for feedback. Because I'm about to work with somebody and all I'm getting is away. Then the person wants to stay away because they don't want to appreciate it. You know, because so that to me wasn't necessary. But I knew, and him also responding, I knew it was going to be like all over the place.
Did he respond?
Yeah, I think that's what got me to tweet something. You know, he retweeted and he was shocked. I seen doing something so beautiful, and this is what I get back. It's the fan. It's not a problem. I think Twitter can breed, because the signing up on social media doesn't test whether you're a normal human being or not. Can have a lot of people who are not in their right senses on there. You know, a lot of people who are depressed, a lot of people who have issues on there. So that I understand. But when they carry that news onto the media, right? You know, the platforms are talking about it. When the collaboration came, maybe they are not discussing that. But when they said this, then it's making waves. Then it becomes a problem. Yeah, but it's good. I think he's supporting the project. He's tweeting it. So that's the energy we're focusing on now.
But you've not spoken to him yet?
No, I think the way he responded again and saying something. So I figured he's good. Yes.
So no need. Okay. I want to congratulate King Sark for the amazing album. I'm enjoying every song on the album. I want to ask the King how he deals with certain comments on Twitter. For instance, when he makes a collab with a top foreign artist and people try their best to damage the connection, same way they did to Yaltog and Stormzy. How does he deal with these things from doing busy inside of me? Well, you just mentioned it. Good morning, Mr. Dusty. Please tell King Sark I love him and how he handles criticism and his entire brand and music and everything. I don't understand most of the things he says in G. Because I'm Nigerian, but he's my best rapper of all time, Chairman Sark. I benevolent greetings to you, Baba. And no pressure, no size. Kwesiri from Ashaman. Good morning, Andy. Please tell Sarkodie I want to be part of his campaign. What are the requirements and credentials he needs? I'm Mike. If someone wants to be a part, what does he do?
They go hit Angel up.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Oboku Obra David said, what's his favorite song? What's your favorite song on the album?
On the album? I think anything.
Anything, yeah?
Yeah.
Why?
The mood of the music, the production, and then the concept, the message.
Okay. Right. Okay. Now, good morning, Mr. Andy. I want to be the first to comment, but due to high unemployment rates, some people are sleeping here. Abdul Tabu, the recent in that one. Bob Skido said, please ask him, does he have any ambition to enter into politics?
No. Now, no. I don't.
Maybe later?
Yeah. You never know.
Champion Kendrick, tell us, why is he so confident even if the critics are all over the internet? What's the secret? Because people easily flop with 1 or 2 pins down. Desmond Sincere Process, I'm not sure I have a question. Just tell him I love him and he should keep doing what he's doing with love from Nigeria. Aiko. New King Sark says, Andy, please, good morning. Please tell Sarkodie that I'm his diehard fan. And from the No Pressure album, my favorite on it is I'll Be There For You. Oiniba says, okay, please tell him to dash me my share of the cash he received from the anonymous giver, Mr. Enupa. I don't want any pressure behind me number. So someone dashed you money in the UK?
Yes, while I was on a flight coming back.
He saw you?
Yes.
How much?
Still in Kenya, but it was a bundle of pounds. It was a great feeling. Just the fact that somebody's seeing you and still feeling like.
I presume it was a business class. It was a business class.
Yes.
Business class. And someone came up. Angel said that. Angel, sit down. Yeah, case class. I know I was sorry. Unim said, "Yeah, remember Jeffrey? Yeah, remember Jeffrey? Oh, so you've not counted it yet?
No. I just appreciate the act, but I think I would speak to you. I think you will know the person.
I presume yes.
Yes. Yes.
I'm trying to wrap my hand
Yeah,
around
you
it.
will know the person.
He has a business in London, I guess.
Yes.
Okay.
I don't know him that much, but I know that
He's from Kumasi.
You will know
He's
him.
from Kumasi.
Yes.
Yeah, so I'll know who you're talking
Yeah.
about. I know. Because he did the same to me when I met him in London.
Wow.
He just walked up to me and said, Mr. Andy Charlie, Mr. Memaka crash. Also, because he understand, I was looking at him like, really, just like that.
Yeah, that's him.
Wow. Black today. Okay, yeah, can you
Yeah,
answer?
is listening, no, Andy.
Acho. Acho. Sack the air fresh. The air fresh. It's offer be ready and all right. So we're about leaving.
Sure.
Yeah, we're about leaving. But I want us to enjoy the I'll Be There song.
I've had this song for like 9 years.
Really?
Yes. I wrote the song the production, everything was done like 9 years ago. And I've always wanted the best vocal to sing it. I knew it was a big song, so I needed the right, and I wasn't able to write the verse. I think I told you this about me some time ago. Same with Hope. The lyrics, I had to grow to be able to write it. The song was bigger than I was. If I had done this 10 years ago, I would have just written some regular raps and it wouldn't suit it. So I had to wait. So I had the song always here that one day I would do it. Then I felt confident enough this time to do it. Still had problems. Funny enough, the person that made sing this song was Kim Promise when I saw him first.
Okay.
As a young child, he was always with me in the car, so I made him sing it. But I still felt, the chorus is too huge, and I made people try to sing it. It doesn't work. So then I got Emoji, who is my area brother. You know,
Okay.
Literally, they live. That's where the family is.
Okay.
So that's we literally grew up together. And I reached out to him. He came, he sang the chorus and then got his choir to sing it. As soon as I heard the choir, I said, this is it. You
Okay.
know? Yeah, that's it. So that's how we just made magic.
So had you written the choruses
Yes.
already, or you asked him to? Okay.
Yeah, the choruses were already written. It's been there.
Wow. MOG, man.
Yes.
And that is something else. Good morning, Brandy. Big salute to the highest. I'm happy he touched on working together and pushing positivity. I want to urge him to keep shooting his videos with Ghanaian video directors. Let's rise together. This director Hafiz. Video director Hafiz speaking. Well, let me read. There was quite a number of them. We'll finish it very soon. Queen Kwaku Zindobi says, of course, you need to be there featuring MOG music. Nice tune from the highest once again. Congratulations to you, senior man, and continue to make yourself and the country proud and plus one today. As well, much grateful to God Almighty for how far He has brought us. We are living. Adam El New says, Wale never tweeted about the No Pressure album release and even his feature on it, but Sarkodie was on his page tweeting about something different. Why? I smell some level of utter stalking here. Please query. Gramps Morgan was all over Stoneboy's tweet after their duets, and correct me if I'm not wrong, they are not good friends. Secondly, the features or duets with US acts are not forthcoming. Why?
I don't know where he got his information from, because Wale has been tweeting about the song, yeah.
So Wale was the only American act you
And
got.
Vic Mensa.
And Vic Mensa, okay.
Yeah.
Right. So I thank you very much
Thank
for
you so
coming,
much,
Sark.
boss.
So how do we get copies of these songs?
Yes, so No Pressure is out. You can get it on all platforms: YouTube, Spotify, Deezer, Apple Music. Guys, let's stream it and get it up there, because I'm already impressed with the numbers. And God bless Sack Nation. Hopefully by December, you guys know the words to all the
lyrics.
songs here, so we can do Rapaholic and crown the year up big time. You know what time it is.
Right. So no Fugazi.
Yes.
Not the first time I heard no Fugazi. I think it was Al Pacino. I think I was watching a movie and I saw no Fugazi in there by Al Pacino.
Yeah, I think so.
I was like, really, Al Pacino? Said no Fugazi. You way back. Guys, actually, Sark, bad boy.
Thank you.
Yeah. Thank you very much for coming,
you
Sark.
too.
All right, guys. So that's it with Sarkodie. Thank you all very much for listening. DJ Black is ready with new.
This is Hitz.